start of really our second year, I wanted to come out with a bang and make sure that we had the best possible campaign that we've ever done.
For spring, I was really craving a reset. One of my favorite artists is Ellsworth Kelly, so I was really attracted to the way he used form, line, color, especially in his abstract paintings and sculptures, and really was influenced by taking that approach into design. I always start with foundational neutrals. Obviously, everyone loves black, but really thinking about how we can create harmony and tension in our color palette, playing with both bright and soft, Perry blues to really lift the palette. And then, so everything feels very wear now. It's February, it's still cold outside, but it's a look forward into warmer months with this pop of color.
How is this different from how you usually operate?
Very different. Yeah, I rarely shoot in the studio. So it's gonna be a good challenge, a welcome one. Yeah, very, very, very different because it's all artificial here. And so that obviously affects film stocks that I'm using, their color base. Right now, we're just gonna kind of do a little meter check, see a lot of the different backgrounds and scenes that they have, what range of settings I wanna be on. So we're just gonna get a good idea of, what's going on.
It's funny because we're not going to be able to see what a film photo looks like with this screen.
I don't know, man. I think it could look really dreamlike, super beautiful, and I think it could surprise us.
In the campaign, there are some very literal translations of repetition, and then there are some very subtle translations. And so the teaser image, the repetition of Jabari and Malik as identical twins, really brought it to life. And we used this incredible studio in Queens. What that allowed us to do was transport the campaign to surreal and realistic environments using a state-of-the-art LED screen. And you marry it with Joe Greer shooting film, and the end result is something really, really special.
So I'm always thinking about pockets. It's something that we hear constantly from our community. Really thinking about how we can engineer pockets within the design lines. So it's never something I want to feel like an afterthought or scream I have pockets. It's something that you really have to look for the functionality, but it's really usable.
It's such a wide variety of the things that you need, and to do and to make the collection rhythmic is a testament to how intentional Ardith is when she designs.
Oh my gosh. Hands back. Bring your body towards, kind of tilt it down to. Tim, look at this. Look at there. The wide. All right, go ahead, Rachel. Reset. Hand up a tiny bit. Right there. 3.
We went, in John Rice's words, album mode in the studio for 2 straight days. We had 20 to 30 concepts, and we just ripped through those using everything from green screen treadmills to ribbed acrylic. The idea there is, in spring, I personally have always felt like there is a thin glass wall or veil over my fitness coming out of winter, where the miles are harder, more uncomfortable, and I'm just not hitting my stride. That's really that ribbed acrylic and that glass wall are metaphors for that veil that's over your fitness as a runner coming out of the winter and into the spring. And I can't say enough about Ardith's process that allows us to do that.
I think something else that I was really loving was sort of the distortion. It's a running theme that's in a lot of our artwork. I look at the gradient and how there's distortion here. The current on the back of this and how there's distortion. I look at how we have disrupted the current on the crop and we've offset it and we've split it. So like, how can we translate that into imagery for the campaign?
Excited for the freaking amazing challenge it is to work in a studio with different lighting scenarios on film. Is very challenging and scary, but I feel very confident with some of the things that we got, and I think I took potentially one of my favorite commercial editorial photos of all time. I had Chris join me kind of a few hours into the shoot to assist and meter for me. He did that on the previous shoot. Also did a shoot with REI in Hawaii with Chris, and he and I just have a really good working relationship. I know how fast and quick he is. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate your hard work.
I think the magic really happens when you collaborate with your partners and bringing a fresh perspective, right? Like, I've been sitting with this for a really, really long time, and obviously I have a very specific point of view around it, but they see it in a new, different lens, and then something really beautiful comes out of the other side. More than I think either of us could have imagined. So the corrugated plastic, the sort of distortion behind that, the shadows, the gradient, to me really represents in a really creative way all of the product coming together at one time. To me, that's like the cherry on top of the whole season.